Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you another video. Alright, so for whatever reason, even though I'm literally outside, it's taking twice as long for my videos to upload. Both of the last videos I did still ain't finished. So I'm only got 20 minutes to talk here, and I probably got more walking to do than I have the ability to talk. But hopefully, by the time this one is done, the other one will have completed, and I can add another 30 minutes to that. So my backpack is heavy, boy. I went and got some fruit and canned goods and some oatmeal and all that stuff that I normally have delivered to my house, and it's putting a good extra, feel like 20 pounds on my back. It feel like it ain't that heavy, but man, it's weighing me down. I'm definitely gonna be tired lugging this back to the crib. So shout out to all those who train with weights. I respect you, especially since I'm feeling it right now. But yeah, I feel good, man. I got what I needed. You know, the Lord told me this morning, I always tell y'all the Lord tell me, but really it's just my head telling me, and I trust that it's the Lord. But you know, my first mind told me just go to the courtroom, go to the courthouse, take care of that instead of going downtown and trying to take care of returning that application. Because at the end of the day, you can look for other places now that you know your uncle's going to help you with the whatever is necessary to get you into place. So I want to stay in that range. But as far as prices, but I don't have to settle for the first thing. Not to say that that's the first thing, because I'd probably take it if they offered it to me, but this buys me some understanding as to what, not time, but understanding as to what my options really are. So I gained some real options today as far as knowing that they may not bring this thing on tomorrow or today, tomorrow for sure, but we know for a fact that they can. They'll have a right to do it at that time. So if they decide to, I'll be ready. I know where to go on the, you know, as far as coming down to the courthouse. I'm not gonna be asking questions. I know exactly where the self-help place is. You know what I mean? I know all that I need to know. I got my paperwork already, so I ain't got to stop to get that done when I come back down here. You know, I have an understanding of how much money I may need to front forward if I need that extension, so that can be worked into the equation. And just understand that there's some ambiguity to when they will do this or when they may do this. They have a right to do this anytime they want to after that date. The reality is sometimes they do come on that date. Sometimes they come afterward. Sometimes much afterward. So wait for them to put it on there and count that as time you're using that you're otherwise need as an extension. So that's what I'm here to say. I'm hopeful I get a little favor in that way. They don't come tomorrow and do that scarlet letter thing that they do. And if that's not going to happen, then that'll buy me some time to do what otherwise I need to do, which will help me ultimately make a good decision in regards to where to live, how to sort these things out, how to set up an appointment for my doctor. Maybe I can set that up right now when I get home, so that I can just make that a part of what we're doing regardless. That way I can set up this appointment before I get out of the area, because the doctor is set up to be in this area. So if I have to move to LA, it's gonna be hell trying to get back over here, you know what I mean, just to go to the doctor. So I can straighten that out, but I'd rather just see a doctor first. And so these are all the things I'm hoping that I have time to do, man. Go to the doctor, get the mental health stuff, evaluation, and all of those things I want to do, so that I can have more of a leg to stand on in regards to what it is I have to do. You feel me? That's really what it comes down to. I want to be able to do what I want to do, so I can afford to do what I have to do with a bit more leverage in life. So we'll know if I'm blessed with that tomorrow when they either don't show up or do. But if they show up, I know I have an opportunity to go down there tomorrow again, just walk right back down there, no problem, and do that, and have some understanding of what the hell's going on with that. Or if they come the next day, be ready for that. If they come on a weekend, I won't be able to do it on a weekend. So that's something that we have to just be cool with. Courts are closed on the weekend, so you know. But they were confident looking at my paperwork that there shouldn't be nothing in the way of me getting that extension. There was nothing in the paperwork that the self-help guy said that he saw that made him feel like they wouldn't give me that. You know what I mean? And there's things sometimes that show up like, yo, they're not going to give you an extension because you gave them problems. You got a bad rapport with them. That's not what I have. You know, our situation is strictly legal. All the situations and the conversations have been pleasant between myself and office. I've been there for 8 years, so it ain't like I'm a new tenant that they're not aware of, has good extensive history with them. It just went bad after a while. And so I think that gives me a little bit more reason to think that grace could be applied, but that's about as much as I'm gonna give it because that's their discretion. So the thing about me, man, is I tell y'all, I mean well for the people on the other side of this court case, man. I don't particularly want to get them in trouble or sue them or nothing like that. I don't really want to do that. I've never made that any type of confusion about it. I never made that something that you wouldn't otherwise think. When you watch me talk about this situation, I never thought they were bad guys or they didn't do enough to make me feel comfortable or they didn't fix things in my apartment. None of that. Were there the case? Yes, that was the case for sure. Should they have fixed certain things? I think so. But what I was worried about was them displacing me in the process of doing so, because I was so anxious about not leaving the house, so gung-ho about doing things the way that I was doing them to protect my mind, that I did not help them help that situation. I believe that it's still their responsibility. They knew about it. They could have did certain things and make it so that they wouldn't have as much culpability that I believe they may have. But this is like anything else, man. If I want it fixed, I'll raise hell about it, you know? If I want y'all to hurry up and get in there and do it, I'll just threaten that I will sue you if you don't, you know what I mean? So it's like, given the fact that I didn't go through all that, obviously I didn't want it fixed that bad. And so that's the truth. It should have been fixed. I didn't ruin it. It ruined some of my property, actually, because my dolly's broken because of that water damage. But like, I could have moved the dolly, you know what I mean? So it's the certain things that just are like, all right, do I have a right? Sure. Am I right for doing it? Nah, I don't want to cry wolf upon my name. And then when I really need something, you see that bullcrap attached to the name. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't need that. I don't want that attached to my name. That I took advantage of circumstances where I was legitimately in a position to do things differently that would have made circumstances better for both parties. Nah, I'm not the type of person. Even if the law protects me, or if there's some contextual understanding that I'm in a position to deserve after all, that's fine, I'll receive that. But as far as me thinking that they were just malicious and that and the third, when I cry wolf, I deserve to not get treated like anything else. But when I'm serious, and when I say, yo, this person on some other stuff, I want to hold a lot of credibility. A lot of credibility. Not only in the court of judgment, in the court of public opinion. If I say, yo, somebody did some stuff, and I witnessed it, and I am blowing the whistle, I want you to say, yeah, Brandon's serious, because he don't be doing that just for any old thing. He ain't gonna take advantage just to save his own hide and put his name on the line in regards to something like that, unless it's legitimate. So that's what I want attached to my name, given the fact that I do this on camera every day. Y'all see me as I go throughout the process of this thing. It's not like the evidence won't be there. You know what I'm saying? I can cap all I want, but I've been keeping a camera in my face for 3 years. You see it all. And as I tell y'all, I done forgot some of the reasons why I did certain things, certain nuances about the situation that would otherwise give me more of an understanding of why I'm finding myself in this situation. I don't revisit those old therapy sessions, not even once. After they're done, I listen to them. That's the last time I hear from them. So, for all I know, I need to be reminded of certain things. But, truth be told, as far as I can look back and reflect on, I knew everything about this situation could go this way. The only thing that I didn't have cognizance of the fact that my decision-making mentality was awry, and I should have been getting help for the stress, not only that otherwise would make it so that I make those decisions, but the reaction to those decisions and what happened also needed to be addressed mentally. So that's the difference. I know now that I want and need to have my mental health taken seriously, and that's the difference. I didn't see the urgency there. I thought it was something that could be put off. Maybe it wasn't that serious. The correlation between the bad decision making and ultimately the results just didn't seem like something that needed to be addressed in that way for some reason to me until now. All this time, I know I should have, but I'm ready at this point. I ain't really thinking too much about what I didn't do, but more so about what I've learned and how that helps me going forward, do what needs to be done. So that's the truth. I don't find myself saying, oh my God, I don't need help now. It's too late. It ain't too late. A lot can still go wrong. Or it's me making the wrong decisions, starting from the wrong points of concern, prioritizing things improperly, getting the worst results because of it. It's not too late to fix that. And that's exactly what needs to be fixed. So as you can see, there's been breakthroughs. I'm walking down the street right now, so that's a massive breakthrough. But there's more to it than just having a quick breakthrough. You want to snap that cycle that I'm telling you about, that pattern. That's what I'm intending to stop. So that's what I'm intending to do. My time, with regards to walking, and, just being where I need to be, picking up my own damn groceries for a change. All these different things that ultimately contribute to the restoration of my mental health. And I'm happy to say that I'm closer than I've ever been to being okay. Closer than maybe I've ever been, so that's what I'm happy about. Whether I get there or fall short, it don't matter. The point is I'm striving forward, and that's what the example's about. And so that's what I want y'all to do, keep going forward. Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to say that you've pleased your Most High. That's how I feel. I was thinking about that last night. It's like, what I want to start getting in the habit of doing now spiritually is not just praying for other people, but asking God, were you pleased with me at the end of every night? Did I do enough today to make my life what you intended for it to be when you made me? That's what I want to start doing. Now that I'm a grown man, a real grown man, not just grown in my mind, but grown in circumstances that otherwise make it so. Now that that's the case, it's like, Lord, are you pleased with me? Did I get it right today? Did I find myself in a position to not have to deserve some suffering or deserve some bad times or have to endure something because I ain't learned that lesson? It just ain't coming through. So that's what I want to start doing. I started that last night, just asking the Lord in my own meditative state, were you pleased with me, my effort? Did I get it done? Regardless of what my intentions was, and following what it is that I want to do in my plans, that's cool. But did I make it worth it to you that I was given another day to live? And so that's what I want to do, man, as I grow more mature. That's a very important aspect of my existence, of getting that right and keeping that right. And working that into my everyday equations. Some days, the answer going to be no. And because of it, I'm going to be able to strive a different way the next day to assure that the answer is yes the next time. So that's what I'm here to tell y'all. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make it my point to ask God every time I think to, are you pleased with how I handled this day? And if not, can you make it so that that's not going to be the case tomorrow? That's what I'm asking. Can you make it so that that is not the case tomorrow? So that if I'm going to live my life in any way that you're not pleased with, I can progress forward in a way that you are. And then from there, I do better. Just in general with the circumstances in front of me, because I would have put more effort in than I otherwise would have, because I've dedicated it to God. See, that's what it is. If y'all want to know what I'm trying to coerce myself into doing, not only making God happy, but putting in more effort and being pleased with that effort. And if I keep living up to what it is that the Lord tells me that makes him pleased with my effort, just by default, things are going to get done. Just by default, I'm going to put in more. Just by default, I'm going to give it a little more effort than I would have, or be intent on getting my energy right, just so that at the end of the day, I can get that good grade, so to speak. And so, that confidence that I will be able to receive that confirmation comes from continuing to put in the work of my spirit, continuing to believe in the God above, and speaking of him and speaking of others in regards to prayers toward him. All of this gives me the confidence to trust that he'll let me know. Trust that he'll instill in me that power to put in more effort, that power to not be as discouraged, that power to not be as folly, as I like to say, so foolish and reckless with my time, and selfish with my time, lustful with my time, or whatever comes with it. That I will be intent on living up to his intentions should make it so that I'm living better just in general. And so that's what I'm hopeful for. I'm speaking of that. I'm speaking that into existence, so to speak, because I believe in that. And I hope that I can make them happy in this process. I hope that I can make myself satisfied with my effort in this process. And that way, all these days that I didn't check in, that led to me being in these circumstances that are not favorable, would have otherwise had some growth from it. Some growth now comes from that, because it's like, yo, I am aware that I didn't check in every night. I am aware that I wasn't thinking like that. I am aware that I allowed myself to fall below your standards consistently. And it led to all of this. It led to everything that I don't appreciate about my life. It's having too many of them days where that never crossed my mind before going to sleep. So if I'm gonna build myself out of this, if I'm gonna get my energy right to where I don't deserve whatever hell's in my life or coming my way, regardless of whether or not it's coming my way, to not deserve it is key. And damn it, that's what we're gonna do. Hello. Thank you. Go first, please. I'll go around. And so that's where my head is. Just keep it positive at all times. Keep it positive at all times and love people to the best of your ability and love God to the best of your ability. And if all of those things fall into place, I think you'll be deserving of the good grace that comes your way, rather than all the tough times that ultimately hit us, target us, or what have you. So, yeah, that's what I'm here to say, man. Every day I want to be more influential in a positive way than I allow myself to be at times when I'm negative about what I'm going through. But, you know, we still move in a positive way because the Lord allows us the grace to do so. Can't wait to get in the house and shower. You know, that's the truth. This man, it's hot. So that's really what it is, everybody. And I made it all the way back to the crib. I got what I needed done basically for the most part. I still want to turn in that information, that application, but I don't know that it's as pressing to put in that application as it is to get home and drop off these heavy bags. Because them things, letting that off my back, man, that's a whole nother exercise. We will not make that mistake today. All right, so I hope I made the Lord pleased with my effort in regards to leaving the house. It's still not even noon yet, so I'm very thankful that there's still more time to do a lot. And that's what I want to do. I want to do a lot. I want to do whatever the Lord wants me to do. I don't feel like sitting around doing nothing. If it's time for me to go back out, I'm ready to do that. I just want to get it right in regards to my life today. And thank the Lord for the information I received and for everything that came with it. I'm thankful. And now I just want to open up the doors for new possibilities, positivity, and solutions that will find me from within the effort that I put in to please the Lord with today's living. So that's what I got to say, man. I hope everybody is doing great. Say a prayer for everybody who'll fall on me. I'm praying for all of y'all. And we're going to make a way through our circumstances. We're going to make a way through our faith. We're going to make a way to get through these times. So that's what I got to say. Stay up. Stay prayed up. God bless BDF. Peace.